This is the Breitling old Navitimer. They called it the old Navitimer. I'm not quite sure why, but that's the name of it now. This runs the ETA 775 movement. It's 42 millimeters wide and it is 14 millimeters in depth. It's got the Breitling logo on the crown. It's on this blue Breitling leather, I guess it's leather, I think anyway, strap on a deployant buckle. Now originally when I bought the watch it came on a stainless steel bracelet, but I took it off. Again, if you look at some of my other videos you'll know that I'm not a big fan of bracelets. I took it off and put it on. This is much more comfortable than the bracelet. One of my regrets is I got the blue dial. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, the watch is really nice. I do like the watch, but I think I should have got it in black. The blue's nice, but you know, to be more traditional, I think a black dial would have been a much nicer option. So we get it to focus. There we go. And the dial's really nice and clean. Again, the newer dials, too much on there. Breitling Navitimer, and that's it. That's all it says on it. The new ones, it'll say Breitling Navitimer, chronograph, certified, automatic. There's just too much writing on there. It's also got the Breitling wing logo compared to this is the 50th anniversary Breitling Navitimer, which you can see the logo is the old-fashioned 1952 one. This is my first Navitimer. The anniversary, the one I just showed you, was my second. I did have another one, which was an 806 Breitling, a 1972 I think it was, from what I remember. And I really liked that watch. It was a fantastic watch. But I sent it in for a service and Breitling completely ruined it. They changed the dial, they changed the hands, and when I got it back I went absolutely crazy. And I said I didn't want anything changed. I wanted, and they even changed the dial to something which wasn't from the original year. So it just threw the whole watch off, and I complained like mad. So if you ever have that happen to you, don't let it rest. Complain. Breitling, what they did is they gave me £1,000 as a compensation, gave me the watch back. I sold the watch because I couldn't bear it, and they just ruined it for me. And they didn't charge me for the service either, which I thought, too bloody right, you don't charge me for a service since you've ruined my watch. And I've been looking for an 806 ever since, but the problem with that is they're so hard to find. I mean, the one I had was an original. That was what I really liked about it. And the problem with the 806 or any vintage watch, you've got to be very, very careful because people change things on them. If it goes for a service, they might change the hands, the dials, or even the inside of them. A lot of people take 2 or 3 watches to make one watch, and it's known as a Franken watch or a Frankenstein watch. So you've got to be very careful what you're buying. You could be thinking you've bought a really nice watch, but really it could be half of this watch, half another watch, and it's just not the same thing. So I'm still looking. If I can find a good 806, I'll go for it. But I do wear this one. I like this one a lot. When I first got it, this was my first watch with the the 775 movement in there. And for people who've got one of those movements, you'll know about the wobble. And when I put it on my wrist, it was a bit of a shock because the rotor wobbles quite a bit. But I've soon got used to it. The back of it, it says Breitling. It's got the logo on there. It's got the sort of I don't know, you won't call it a ruler, but it's got measurements and stuff there. You can use it for calculations and things. But again, like I said, it's been such a long time since I looked at the paperwork. I've forgotten how it all works now. The new Navitimer, I'm not a big fan of. The new one, they use the new in-house movement. I think it's called the O1, the B01. Very expensive compared to what you get for. I think it's overpriced. The dial they've completely messed up. They've put too much stuff on there. The logo is not printed like this. It's like a stamped. It's engraved, embossed logo, which I don't like, but I like this one. It's more clear and clean. But I wouldn't buy one of the new ones. They're too expensive. They're not as nice. They've got a nice movement, yeah, but yeah, it's not one. It's just so expensive for what it is. I mean, they make a big fuss about it having its own movement, but don't believe the hype as far as I'm concerned. So if you're looking for a Navitimer, I would recommend to get one before they changed to the in-house movement. You can get them a lot cheaper, and they're just as nice. So thank you for watching.